implying that none of this shit is connected, okay? Which, really?
Yeah, I mean, it all happened within the last couple of days. So maybe it is?
Yeah, like, at least consider the idea. It's dumb to just be like, all this stuff is unrelated. All the stuff you just told me, it happened since you left killing your dad, and we're gonna ignore all of it. Nope, you're tripping balls, and Skreelings randomly pop out all the time. No big deal.
Just all these extra points. It's like I actually just learned about this. That's that Occam's razor. You brought it up in the last episode, and I had no idea what you were talking about. And I do now. So
you're welcome.
This could be considered, if you squint at it, an educational podcast as well.
Well, I like to consider it that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd like to consider it that. I don't know if we'll be going into any schools be like, seriously, you should play this for your kids. They're going to love it.
Oh, no.
But I learned something, so that's good enough for me.
Richard thinks about Wizard's first rule and how Kahlan said she loved him, he believed her, and that was a lie. And maybe he is believing a lie like that when it comes to the Keeper. Like,
Oh, you did it again. We can't.
You know, I am going to freak out if you keep doing that every time I say that.
It's only so much fun because Richard kept doing it in the chapter. He's like, the nameless one, or whoever. It doesn't even matter. I got a kick out of it because I think in part because Jim Bond nailed that. He sounds like he actually was going to say it or misspoke and just left his uncorrected version in there, and it didn't seem fake to me or like it was being read. Obviously it was, but I thought he nailed it.
Yeah, he did a really good job with it.
He's coming around. Like I said,
he just needed to lube up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, in a poor choice of words, I'm about ready to lube up, JD.
Yeah?
Yes, I am. Aaron says, did you just praise Jim Bond? Yeah. Yes, I did. If you guys are listening to the audio, well, this is audio. If you guys are listening to the Audible version of this book, you should listen to this chapter. Now, to be fair, I have sped up Jim Bond's narration to 1.25. He does speak a little slow for my liking, but that has taken care of my issue.
I haven't done that yet.
You should.
Then that's all it took to send it right back out of the educational podcast.
And just like that, it's over. Well, speaking of... No, we're not going to say that again.
Yeah.
Tonight, we are drinking Perrin Brewing's Coffee Latte. This is a great beer. It's full-bodied brown ale with coffee, light chocolate notes, very... Did you all hear that? That was the chocolate note. Very light on the chocolate and rich roasted aromatics with added milk sugar for a creamy malt finish.
It's good.
It is so good. I'm a sucker for like the creamier beers, which I didn't know were a thing 2 years ago, and we started dabbling in this craft beer, but this is where it's at. And you can totally drink this in the morning. Not recommended before work and or driving, but, you know.
You're an adult.
It's coffee.
I mean, I hope you're an adult.
I know the last coffee beer we had, I was saying that it's like coffee you drink with all your creamer and stuff in it, and this doesn't taste like that. But this tastes like what coffee commercials look like on TV.
Yeah. It's good. I like it.
It's delicious.
And it's only like 5.8%. So, like, it's not going to ruin your day. If you do decide to have one in the morning.
You can have one for breakfast and one for brunch.
Yeah.
And be ready for beer o'clock, which is noon.
And then just keep going.
Yeah. And then congrats, you're day drinking. Yeah, Jared said, wow, neither one of us can talk. It is only like 5% and change, but good job, Perrin. Good job. Jared says that it is breakfast beer, and Aaron says challenge accepted. What about second breakfast? Yes, exactly. Second breakfast.
11sies?
That's my favorite.
Okay, I'm going to grab one more for each of us, and then we can keep going. Or
Sure.
you can keep going while I get beer. I don't care.
No, we're just going to hang out in total silence.
That's
Everybody
gonna be
just
awkward for everyone.
wait for Jade to return.
That's terrible.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Oh, I love doing these live podcasts. I have so much fun with you guys. Just like even joking around about the morning beers. I feel like if we ever, and Al is like lunch, tea, dinner, supper, don't forget fourth meal. I will take either one of those. No, I'm gonna stick with the coffee. You know what? I'm gonna stick with this because it's delicious. I feel like if we ever had a chance to get together with a group of you, early drinking would probably take place. Maybe not all of us, but some of us. Yeah. Samantha, she says she's late again, but hello, Samantha. I mean, we're halfway through, but welcome. You know, I hear the second half is best, so you're all good. And then she says, yay, day drinking. Just more proof that y'all are our people. That's such a good sound. Oh, my gosh. Okay, I'm going to... He went there. Okay, I'm going to read this off, and then we will get back to it. If you want to eat like a hobbit, here are the 7 meals you need to eat in a day. There's breakfast, second breakfast, 11sies, luncheon, afternoon tea, dinner, and then supper.
I mean, I want to eat like a hobbit.
or drink like one.
Yeah, I'm down.
No, probably not drink like one. Eating for sure.
Yeah. Well, I think if you do either of those things, it's probably an addiction if you do it that much.
Yeah, every day. I'll try anything once. I'm down for a hobbit day.
We could do a hobbit day.
If it's a eating and drinking, then it has to take place on a weekend. But
okay. We gotta plan this out.
Oh,
man.
This is a Patreon episode, is what this is. Hobbits, they come in pints? Oh, all right. Well, let's get back to it, shall we?
Okie dokie. I have my cat. I am happy.
Puck the podcast cat has decided to join us. Do not chew on that wire. Great.
So, Richard realizes his headaches are gone. His headaches are gone because of the collar. Verna again circular talks about the rules of the Radahan, like super annoyingly. She's like, "Oh, see? Didn't I already hurt you when I just said that thing? That's all that meant." She's a liar.
Yeah. Well, and it's like what you were saying earlier. Richard's brain is already fucking broken. He's got exposed wiring, and all she needs to do is stick a couple probes in there, and he is completely different. I was trying to think of a smart computer word, and it just didn't happen.
Mindfucked.
Yes, mindfucked. That's the official term.
Mm-hmm.
When he brings up the fact that the collar is meant to give pain, she shrugs it off. And, she's like, revealing the truth to you is causing you pain. But this is not the same thing. And I'm surprised that Richard, even through his depressed haze, didn't catch that. It's like, okay, yeah, you are talking to me and you're saying painful things, but that is not the same thing as you using magic to give me physical pain from the collar.
Yeah, no, it was a bullshit circular talk. The second thing also was the controlling thing. Like, she explained that away, too, real simple. It drifted away through, I don't even remember what she said, but it was something stupid, and I was like, you're doing the thing.
Well, excuse me. Well, I feel like Richard, in his current state, his mind is weaker right now because of the emotional trauma he just went through, and that makes total sense. And so these not super great explanations that Verna's throwing out there totally sound plausible to Richard. Because he's not thinking about everything as deeply as normally he would.
Yeah, his whole thought process is just jumbled. He can't get a grip.
Right. I'm sure he doesn't know what's fully real and fully not. And, even what's fully true and what's not. But he does know that he is a prisoner. That is real.
Yeah.
And his main goal is to just learn the gift, and we're going to get this collar off, and that's the plan.
Yeah. Even if Kahlan isn't going to come along, even if she's gone, whatever, he'll be free, he'll be out of it. He just has to get there, even if that's going to take a while.
Right. And the chapter does go into, just for a second, about Richard wondering if Kahlan still loves him enough to even go get Zed to help him, or if he's been completely abandoned. And that was just, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah. No, it is. I feel like he should, I guess it's hard to say what he should think, because his brain is, real fucked up right now. So it is sad.
Yeah.
They run into the Bontoc, and they all bow to him and give him a ton of shit. He ends up only being able to accept the melon, and they all call him Wizard, which really pisses Verna off.
I love that. I love the fact that these guys are out there tending sheep, and they just have, a bunch of melons with them.
Yeah, well, maybe that was his lunch.
Oh, I didn't think about that. That's here, take my lunch. What are you going to do this afternoon? Shit. And then he eyeballs the sheep.
I'm going to have to run home. That's okay.
Yeah, and Verna gives him so much shit for lying. It's against the creator, and it's wrong, and it's a filthy, filthy thing you did, which is a callback to what Kahlan said to him in the previous chapter, which doesn't make him feel any better. But I feel like this was the kick in the ass that Richard needed, because he starts to give it right back. He's like, oh yeah? Did the creator tell you personally? Verna, I just want you to know that I don't like lying. She's like, well, I mean, no, I read it in a book. He's like, oh, she read it in a book. Well, that explains it. That's got to be it then, because everything you read in a book is true, right? Everything you see online is true, right?
Well, I also thought it was funny because she was giving him so much shit earlier for not having firsthand knowledge of anything that he knew, and now she's trying to cite facts from something that is not directly linked to her either. She read it in a book somewhere, and he's just like, yeah, okay.
It's like the 90% of people when you do get into a real conversation and they're trying to have one with you, and then one of their main points is proven by, well, a guy I know told me.
Yeah.
Well, no. Then you don't have anything, and I'm sorry. Verna did not have anything for this one, and I'm glad that Richard called her out.
Yeah.
He's like, obviously, I'm not a dumbass. I know I'm not a wizard. I know exactly what I am. And that's when he says, the thing.
Bringer of death.
That's right. He finally finds something to get Verna all worked up about.
I keep trying to imagine him, just like, I'm the bringer of death. How you deliver that?
It really puts it into context depending on how you say it.
Yeah.
I like to imagine Richard as, I mean, per most of this chapter, like a